Okay.
So there would still be a surplus. You're basically cutting it in half by allowing the benefit to go up. I feel the benefit going up would help recruitment, which is something we really need right now. Like I said, they made a motion and passed it, requesting the city council increase the retirement to 2,000.
Okay, thank you. Lisa, does the city contribute a percentage of that? 'Cause I remember opening up years ago, and I think you guys got so much money, but then the rest of it had to be city contributed.
I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look into it. This is the first I've heard of this, so I haven't had a chance to look at anything yet. But
Some of that, I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I know that we get most of the money that is contributed from the state.
Okay.
We're sort of a pass-through agent, and we give it to the Relief Association.
Okay.
And maybe Jim knows more than I do on this. right
The
now.
last sheet on here has what you contributed in the last few years.
Okay.
This is the state, the municipality, and then this surplus represents 10% of that surplus percentage that I mentioned. And those numbers are right, this previous page. No, 2 pages. The surplus, so that's the change. That number would be 10% of the surplus.
Okay.
So yes, you do contribute.
Good. So my thing would be is that if you can get an accurate sheet, and then bring it to our next council meeting. I already a long time ago said that we weren't going to approve nothing unless it's on the agenda. I get we lost it, but thank you for bringing that up. And I can tell you that I was a firefighter, and now I'm all for it. And I really am, because I think it's, like you said, it's the benefit they get after 20, 30 years, dedicating themselves to the city and all the fires and stuff. I get it. So, but just get an accurate count for us, an accurate sheet, and bring it back to the council.
Okay, yeah, and we passed it on August 1st, so yeah, I'll bring that to the next meeting then.
Perfect, thank you.
Get it actually before then.
All right, Police Chief Ron.
Presented the new style packet that Doug had used before. 218 calls for the month of July.
Perfect.
1,212 total calls for the year as of July 31st. I submitted a request for approval to send out Saborash to DMT training so that he can process his own DWIs when he gets to the jail. There's been several times, jail doesn't always have somebody available to operate the DMT machine, so we can get him certified. That takes care of that. I know I'm certified to do it, so.
How many DUIs does he do?
He's gotten 3 this summer. We don't get as many DWIs.
I get that,
here.
but I'm just curious, is it beneficial for us to spend that money on that for the little bit of DUIs we're getting? I get it, it's nice to have it. I don't have it, and a lot of our deputies don't, but they have certain ones that typically they try to have a 24-hour a day one on, and I can't say that always happens, but they sure try. And a lot of times State Patrol can do it, but this is a discussion for these guys too.
Is that something that he wants to do?
Yes.
How much is it? I missed that.
$375 plus mileage and hotel for 3 nights.
Okay.
And then there has to be do you have to keep recertifying on that?
Yes, recertify, I can't remember, sort of 3 or 5 years.
So let me ask you this, if you are a DMV, can you do your own?
I do, yes.
Okay, and the state hasn't complained about that?
Nope.
Okay. All right, all discussion on you guys.
So, Ron, this is something that you guys do down at the county?
Yes, if we arrest somebody for DWI, you have to take them down to Morrison County Jail, read the implied consent advisory to them, and then offer them a breath test. And the DMT is the new machine that does the breath tests. So you have to be certified to operate DMT. When I worked for Permanent Police Department, I got certified in that. There are some people at the jail that are certified to do it, but I know there have been times when there's not an operator on, and then they're going to scramble to try to find somebody to be an operator.
So then if they don't have anybody, does Jason and the suspect have to sit and wait, so that,
Yes,
so we are without an officer for an
yes,
extended period?
yes.
Which we would be paying his wages at that time.
But I think reality is that he would go for blood and go to the hospital for blood. That's what we do if we don't have one on,
Then you gotta get a warrant.
right? But it's up to you guys. And your budget's good for if we spend it.
Yes, for this, yes.
Okay. My thing is, I'm not opposed to it, but it just seems for 3 DUIs to spend $300 seems a little, 375. You know, if he was getting 3 a month, I'd say yeah, but the fact we only have 3, you know. But, I mean, I don't care. I know Jason likes to go to training, and if you as council feel, I will stand with you.
I just have a question, Ron, are you recommending that we approve this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be for it then. Yeah, if you recommend it and if he's willing to do it, then
Okay, you wanna make a motion to that?
sure, I'll make a motion to approve Jason to go to the DMT training.
Okay, I got
Second it.
one motion by Carlson, second by O'Regan. Any discussion?
I guess I just have one quick, how long is this good for?
Like I said, I think, I'm trying to remember, I have to look at my card in my other wallet. It's either 3 years or 5 years. The recertifications are done online,
Okay.
so it's very cheap to do online. When my recertification comes up, I do a test online and get a new card.
So my question is, if he gets recertified, is he gonna get requested to go to Staples and do theirs and other agencies? Cause
I
that's
don't
what
think so.
what my fear is.
Todd County has their own, Staples has their own. I haven't heard of anybody requesting an operator from surrounding agencies.
Okay. All right, I got,
2 motions.
got 2 motions already. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Go ahead and Ron.
Okay, and then Officer Borash also requested purchase of some heavy armor. He's been on several calls where we've had suicidal subjects with long guns. We have our body armor already, but there's some additional armor that you can place over your uniform for situations like that. We did some research on it. Total cost, he came up with $687.94. It would be something not just for him, but it would be in the car at all times, so that if I'm on one of those calls and I need it, I have it as well. And any other future officers that we get, same thing, it would be available for them.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion on that.
So have you had instances where this would be useful to you?
I was on one, but Jason and I were out there together.
In my opinion, I would rather approve this than the training, but that's me. I mean, I think this is important because, you know, I have one, each one of us have a heavy duty one in case you do get in a situation like that, so. Go ahead.
Real quick, is this to be in the car?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was his
No,
initial issue.
no, it's,
In
he's got,
place
he's
of-
got a vest. It's
Yeah,
a
I thought this was in place of his initial issue vest.
No,
Okay, so we're gonna make sure it's in the car so you can use it too.
yes,
Okay.
Any officer we may hire could use this.
yes.
Stays with, it's not fitted to anybody.
Well, it's gonna be somewhat, but
It's
you
gonna
can
be
adjust
somewhat.
it a little bit.
I guess I would feel comfortable making a motion in the understanding that it is city property to be kept in the squad car for use for multiple officers.
Okay. I have a motion by Hutchison and second by O'Regan. Any discussion from anyone? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Do you have anything else, Ron?
No.
Okay, any comments or concerns brought forward for the PD? All right, moving on, we'll go to the Public Works.
Page 39 is our maintenance report. If you guys have any questions on any of that? Everything's been staying within limits.
Has it come down now since we got the bugs?
It's
Has it helped?
tough to see, it really is. I guess with us not running the ferric into the ponds, I would say yes, because we took that off because of our force main leak. So in that part of it, I would say yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
No questions on any of that. And then I know Bruce has something typed up here for, actually replacing the force main leak that we had down at the wastewater plant. I think he said last month, it was brought up to where, to his understanding, the pipe was supposed to be HDPE 80 feet away from the building, and it wasn't. And here he's got, the quote for $6,300 to go ahead and fix it right.
Okay. Do you know who you got that quote from?
I don't know, I think for most part, the excavation was from Phil Bearda.
Okay.
The materials and Fusion Rental, I think we were gonna, be doing all the work ourselves.
Okay.
And then, of course, the patching of the asphalt was from Ideal.
Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions for him before we look for a motion? All right, I'm looking for a motion to approve that.
I will make that motion.
Okay, motion made by Johnson.
I'll
Looking for
second it.
Second by Carlson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Maybe Lacey knows a little bit more about the next one here.
It's just Bruce's wastewater operator license needs to be renewed. So he's just looking for approval to renew that.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion made by Carlson, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 5.
And then it's just the fleet list that I believe Bruce and Steve go through and put this all together.
Okay. Need a motion to approve to send this list out, or to send letters out for this list.
I will make that motion.
Okay, motion made by Johnson, looking for a second.
I'll second it.
Second by Carlson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
So after the list goes out, how, do they have like a certain amount of time to like take care of it, or? How do
Well, we have a policy.
Yes.
I was looking up at the past ones and I do not recall what they were. I know I have it ready to have us work on them tomorrow after it was approved, but
Okay.
there is a time limit. I just don't recall what it is. I think it's 1 week. I wanna say, and then if they don't fix it within a week, the city, like,
Takes care
they
of it.
can go take care of it and send them the bill.
Send them a
Right.
bill. Okay.
Perfect. All right, looks like, you have anything else, Brian?
Nothing that I am aware of, I guess.
Okay. Anybody have any concerns or anything, other business brought forward for the Public Works? All right, now we go to the administration part, Lacey Schmayan.
The first thing is the water usage report. It is revised a little bit from the past reports. I looked at it a little more closely this month and at our numbers, and there were a few billing groups, I guess you would call them, that the numbers weren't included in the usage before. I was sort of going off of what was done before I got here, while Scott was here, and there were a couple items that were missed. So the numbers have changed slightly. Unfortunately, it didn't change our percentages as much as I had hoped. But they're down just a tiny bit if you ever compared last month's report to this month's report, that's why. It did go down some. I think some of that probably has to do with the Dairy Queen parking lot getting fixed, the leak over there. But that's about half a month, right? That was done around the 15th of July-ish.
Probably pretty close to that.
Yeah, so that should be half a month. This next coming month will be the full month of that repair being in place. So hopefully next month it'll be lower, and Bruce has the leak detection guy coming back. So we think there's another spot or two where we're losing water. Any questions on
I'm gonna
that?
make a comment on that. I mean, I know we've kind of overlooked it for a long time, but I still think 6 million gallons is a lot of water that we're wasting somewhere. And I think as a city council need to be concerned about that.
It's
Maybe about 6
1 million, not 6 million.
Where do you see one?
Oh, 6 million total is what you're
Total.
saying, over the,
Okay.
yes, sorry.
So, I mean, I just think that we need to get to the bottom of this and figure out, I get 500,000, even that's a lot of water as far as I'm concerned, but there's something's wrong somewhere. And basically that benefits, our water tower and everything else, so we're giving free water away somewhere, so whether it's city problem or somebody else. So, right, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
think Bruce is on the right track.
Good.
Yeah. Next, an update on the Minnesota sales tax refund. After Darcy, working very hard to get those reports in, we submitted the request for the refund I mentioned before. And we got a letter yesterday, saying that our refund amount is $22,436.54. So that'll be deposited within the next 10 days. So that's exciting.
Thank you for catching that. That's all because of you,
Yeah.
so we appreciate that.
Thanks. Request for approval, the Minnesota Clerks and Finance Officers Association, my membership is up. So I'd like approval to renew that.
Okay, I'm looking for approval for the membership of $40.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion made by Carlson, I'm looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Hutchinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The next item is we are once again extending City Hall hours. The hours will be 8 to 4, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which means we're now open on Fridays. We've had a lot of residents say, oh, I wish you were open on Friday, you're not open late enough. So we're addressing both of those, and on Tuesday and Thursday, we're gonna be open from 9 to 5 p.m. Darcy starts school next week, and so Tuesdays and Thursdays, she'll be in later in the day, and we'll be staying until 5. So I might not be here, but Darcy will be here. So yeah, extending those hours, and then,
You should probably make a motion to that, right? We normally do for hours or,
no,
no? Okay.
it's not extending our work time at all from what was previously approved, our hours or anything,
Okay.
our
I
payroll.
personally like that.
Good, yeah. I think we'll get positive feedback on it. Will help people, especially starting with the school year. I think if people need to come in and after work and after they pick up kids from school and all of that. We need to schedule our next budget meeting. The department heads, I'm hoping to meet with Ron later this week, and then with Bruce when he returns next week. So I think I was looking, so we have Labor Day coming up as well. If we want to get something in on before Labor Day, like August 28th, Monday night, or I guess Tuesday, the 29th is the Planning Commission. Is anybody else going to be missing the planning meeting that you know of already? No? Okay.
Is there a day you can't make it, Pat? For if we go one day or the other.
During the day,
Here. Well, it'll probably be after like 5:30, I'm assuming,
after 5:30 in the evening?
right? Right? Then you guys came up.
That would be much better if we could, yeah.
Which day are you looking
It doesn't matter. I think we're kind of all open.
at? 30th works.
30th? Does 30 work for everybody else? It's my date night, but I'm not gonna be happy.
I leave on the 31st, but
Can we do it the 28th?
That's a maybe for me.
Okay,
28th works for me.
that's for me. You guys?
Set it then.
Okay. So we're doing it 5:30 on the 28th. If you can even be here for part of it, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'll do the best I can, but I mean, everybody else can make it. and
Right.
that's-
well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that might be the last one before, if we can get everything worked out there, we can approve the proposed levy at the next council meeting then,
That'd be perfect.
the September council meeting, if we can get it all worked out by then. See where we're at.
I got faith you guys will have it all ready for us.
Well, and we also still have between the proposed levy and when we accept the final levy, if there are more cuts we need to make or any other things come up. So we can go down from the proposed levy, we just can't go up.
Well, yeah.
So, and along that line, the truth in taxation, the public hearing, that needs to happen every year before we, adopt the final levy. Now I have that down as a proposed date, but now I'm thinking that that's not actually an option. I think it has to be after the 27th of November. So we can schedule that later.
Next
If you'd
meeting?
like.
Okay. You have anything else, Lacey?
The only other thing that I've been looking into, and we sort of put a hold on it over the summer, is possibly looking into getting a new city logo for our letterhead, maybe if we have new park signs, or who knows, maybe even on the water tower, I don't know, just something more cohesive. So the fire department can have, you know, we can adjust it a little bit maybe for each department even, I don't know, but it was an idea. I was thinking about having the schools, either the high school or CLC, or we could do like a community contest thing. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any interest in pursuing something like that, or us pursuing something like that.
You know, for me, it'd be kind of neat if you guys came up, let's say you came up with 3 or 4 plans and then we sent it out to the public and just say, what do you guys think? And maybe let them help us, even if the school helped get them ready.
Oh, so yeah, we could get like the top couple from the high school, and maybe we could have both of them work on it.
Right. I don't know, it'd be kind of nice to let our community kind of decide.
I like it, and it's amazing how good ideas come up from little ones right on up.
Okay, maybe we'll look at doing something like that.
Perfect.
I think that's all I have.
All right, any comments or concerns for Lacey? All right, so, then the next is council forum. Does any council member have anything they want to add or talk about, or any events that is happening that we need to know about? No? And we can do church events too. If you guys have something going on in church, you just want to announce it, feel free to. All right, so then, the next upcoming important dates is planning and zoning, which is August 29th, 2017 at 6:30 here at the Chambers, and our next regular council meeting is September 11th, 2017 at 6:30 here at the Chamber Conference also. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
One
Oh.
question.
Go ahead.
Were you able to get to Ben on those 2 or 3 questions that we had?
I'm glad you brought that up. I have it on my letter, and I looked at it yesterday and I forgot to.
Yeah, a couple of them were
Important.
kind of important, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay.
Right away. All right,
I'll make a motion.
To adjourn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, motion made by Johnson, looking for a second.
I will second that.
Second by Carlson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you, everybody.
Jim, what was your last name?
My shoe fun got. It's very nice getting to meet